car was because I was sitting at the bus stop. I'll never forget it. It was like a summer day. I was in college. It was like that first break for summer, and I'm sitting there in the Clifton area. True story. And I'm seeing all these people driving by with the convertibles down. They're laughing. They're popping champagne. They're sipping rosé. Of course, that was way before rosé. And they're just having a great time. And I'm like, I got to get a car. I got to get a car. The way I dressed, working out, where I went. I mean, everything. Keeping everything together. It was about women. And I'll never forget when that song came out by TLC. Remember that song, Scrubs? I'll never forget it. The first time I heard that song, I was on the passenger side of my best friend ride. And I was like, wait a minute. To hell with this. I'm getting my own ride. That's right. Peer pressure and TLC forced me to get my first ride. I ain't no damn scrub. I ain't hanging out to the side of my best friend's ride no more. You think I'm joking about that? I am telling you the 100% absolute truth. The first time I heard that song, I was on the passenger side of my best friend's ride. I'm like, he's talking about me. They talking about me. I had to get my own ride. Peer pressure. They peer pressure me into getting a damn car note. Thanks, TLC. I really appreciate it. You messed up my credit for years. Oh, man. Jared writes, Troy Average is the Gilligan of the week. Is that right? Little buddy. You know, a Gilligan is a person that can't get out of their own damn way, much like the character.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale.
What the hell? Brittany writes, LOL, not the TLC song, LOL. I am not joking. Hanging out the passenger side of your best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I was like, wait a minute, self-check. She's talking about me. Had to get my own ride. I couldn't afford it, but I did it anyway. Struggled with that first note, too. Struggled with it. Damn TLC messed up my credit rating because I couldn't be that guy no more. Reggie writes, Nate, is there ever a time when a citizen should defend themselves from a cop? In your eyes or the courts? The media and present laws make it so a cop can harm you for any reason, but you can't defend yourself. Psh. Well, all I can remember, I remember Tupac. He was harassed down in Atlanta, I believe, by two off-duty they were out-of-uniform police officers, and they didn't properly identify themselves. I think he actually shot one or both of them, and guess what? He skated. Now, even asking that question in these days and times is somewhat very politically incorrect, because some people will take your question, Reggie, I don't take it that way, but some people will take your question as, oh, you want to harm law enforcement. That's not what I'm reading. Okay, so anybody thinking that, I don't believe that's what Reggie's saying. Reggie is saying that just because you have a badge doesn't mean you always on some righteous-ish. It doesn't mean you're always right. And what happens when you come across with one of these Conan Barbaric, out to prove something to the world or himself police officers? What do you do? And that's a tough situation, because that's a very tough situation. For, we're all grown folks here. We understand that can lead. That's a lethal situation right there. And it's a situation where perhaps you're defending yourself, because I see that all the time. Like, I've seen officers gang arrest somebody, and then they say things like, stop resisting, when in fact that person is really just trying to defend themselves. Yeah, you're trying to arrest me, but do you have to arrest me in this manner? So I've seen that many times before. Seen it many times. And typically it ends badly for the person that's being arrested. And what I've always thought is, okay, law enforcement, give them a chance to comply. And if they run away, they run away. So what? You catch them later. But hog tying, choking somebody out, tasing somebody into submission, and then oopsie, they go into cardiac arrest over minor routine traffic stops? That's Conan Barbaric to me. Brittany writes, I'm on my mobile phone. I can't find a poll. If you're on your mobile phone, Brittany, all you have to do is scroll down. Just scroll down. And as you're scrolling down, you're going to pass the podcasts that are on my website. You're going to pass all of that. And as you get nearer to the bottom of that particular screen of your mobile phone, you're going to see the pole right there. You're going to see the pole right there. I tried it on my mobile phone this morning. I had no problems. Ed writes, Nate, going high tech. I just voted. Oh, with the poll, that's not really high tech, but I feel you. Well, I want it to be interactive. I mean, just asking you without any way of documenting and calculating how people are voting is hard to keep ahead of. You know, it's hard to make sure that, you know, it's hard to be accurate about that. You know, I'm rocking a mic and interacting and posting all these different things. I thought a poll was a much better way of doing it. A much better way of doing it. A much more democratic way of doing it. Rhonda writes, I believe a lot of times the pressure of this world can make you desperate, can make you make desperate decisions, which not always mean good decisions at the age of 20. It's no longer on the parents. So please stop blaming them. I agree with her. I agree to some degree. You know, I believe that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but at 20 years old, damn it, you've been an apple on your own for a long time. You grown by 2 years. You should know better. And I'm sure growing up in Cincinnati that the men in his life, dad, granddad, have let him know some of the hurdles that he may face as a man of color. Okay, the same way I'm doing with my daughter right now. I mean, as she gets 11, 12 and becomes a teenager, now I can sit down and really tell her everything, what's really going on. And when Junior gets old enough, I'm going to have the same conversation with him. And Brittany's laughing about that TLC song, but let's be real here, okay? If you were of age when that Scrub song came out, you was singing it too. Women thought that ish was funny. Run around not trying to, listen, I'm cuter than the guy who's driving. The hell you talking about? Yeah, I said it. See, the women are laughing. No scrubs, ha, 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 ha. See, it's funny to you. But to men, that put a lot of pressure on men. I swear, you think I'm joking. I swear to you, the first time I heard that song, and my friend thought it was funny. The first time I heard that song, I was on the passenger side of my best friend's ride. And we was like out at the park or something, trying to, you know, holler with some ladies or something. And I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't working for me. And I had to go out and get my first car. I love that car. I miss it too. A man never forgets his first car. It had a little moon roof and everything. It's great. And it was expensive too. I loved that car until like 4 months later, and I was like, wait a minute, all my money is gone. Paying a car note. Then I learned something. Billy writes, Pac shot both cops. I'm sorry, Pac. Pac shot, he wrote Pac, but Pac shot both cops. He was defending a sister that the cops were harassing. Okay. Thank you for the correction on that, Billy, the update. So, yeah, if an officer is just on some other ish and they're trying to arrest you and they're not properly identifying themselves, then you don't know who they are. Like if I'm out and about the city of Cincinnati and somebody walks up to me and says, put your hands behind your back. They have no badge. They don't identify themselves at all. I ain't putting my hands behind my back. I'm an officer. Really? Show me something. Say something that sounds official. Show me a badge or something. Other than that, you could be anybody. You could be the new BTK killer. Bind, torture, kill. BTK. Working in Ohio. Copycat kill. I don't know who you are. So, yeah, you got a right to defend yourself at all times against all people unless they identify themselves as being members of law enforcement. That's how I look at the world. James writes, Florence police are true Gilligans for tackling and slamming a 12-year-old boy and treating the mother like she has no say-so on the treatment of her son. No charges filed. Shaking my head. What's up, Political Woodstock? He's back. I work with We the People Oklahoma. WeThePeopleOklahoma.com. Know your rights. Okay. LAM writes, good morning. Glad to have you, LAM. Political Woodstocks writes, good, pressure is good, be worthy of the queen of your life. Women, be worthy of the respect. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Avery writes, a scrub is a guy that thinks he's fly and is also known as a buster, always talking about what he wants and just sits on his broke ass. So, no, I don't want your number. No, I don't want to give you mine. And no, I don't want to meet you nowhere. No, I don't want none of your time. And no, I think I got the gist of it. You wrong for that. Why does he have the whole song? Don't bring back bad memories, Avery. Don't revel in my pain, man. Why is the whole song, all the lyrics? A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me, hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. What's wrong with that? They changed the whole game with that one. Somebody's got to drive. You can only have one driver in a car. See, that song right there, it did two things. Number one, it drove a very subtle wedge in between friends. Like if you had a friend and he had a car, he had access to a car, then guess what? He drove. I don't have a couple $1,000s for no damn car. You know, his mom's let him drive the car. So guess where I'm at? I'm supposed to be in the back seat? I'm on the passenger side. I'm still mad. Can you tell a TLC for that? Still kind of sore about that. All right, Omar writes, I want to say that Troy Ave is the Gilligan of the week, but I feel hip-hop has flipped. It used to be rappers fronting like they were thugs. Now they have thugs fronting like they are rappers. Yeah, Troy Ave, Gilligan of the week.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a faithful trip.
Absolutely. And the makers of that Chinese detergent, please check it out. It's on my Facebook page right now, my personal page. This brand new detergent product. And it's a link from the good folks over at aljazeera.com. I just support that we have multiple media platforms that can give us multiple angles about the issues of the day. Very, very, very troubling. So their detergent is so powerful that it will wash the black off of you. And why the hell would I want the black off of you? And then they've got this cute Asian girl, right? At first, she just spurns his advances. But when he comes from the washing machine and he's all clean now, he's been transformed into a fair-skinned Chinese man, Asian man. Now, I'm attracted to you. The makers of that product.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a faithful trip.
Gilligan's of the week. Quiobi detergent. I believe so. And I don't know if this is something you're going to see in the shelves in Cincinnati. But there was a similar commercial. It was an Italian commercial. But it was different. In the Italian commercial, and you can find a link if you follow the link that I posted about the story we're discussing right now, in which a Caucasian man was turned into a black man with the slogan, colored is better. So race, colorism, all of this stuff is being used by, advertisers to push their products. And maybe, and I've heard a lot of things about like the Asian markets and how they view African Americans. Maybe they are cleverly playing upon people's stereotypes and feelings about black men. Now, it ain't helping brothers. But again, having never spent any time living in China, it's hard for me to really dissect the culture. It really is. I'm getting everything second and third hand. But as an African American, this is nuts. I mean, outside of Little Kim, outside of Michael Jackson, if he was still alive, yes, I did put the King of Pop in there, outside of Sammy Sosa, and from time to time, you'll see people, who, I'm talking about black people, who've got some issue with their dark skin, and they claim they got vitiligo, and really they just got, I just don't want to be dark anymore. And outside of those individuals, if there was a product on the market, I wouldn't take it. I love me. I love me just how I am. All my flaws, all of the issues that come with being a black man in America, I wouldn't change a thing. Not a thing. What about you? Oh, this washing machine effect, I ain't with it. Demi, she's joining us. She writes, good morning. Good to see you, Demi. I love the chat where I can actually see images of you. Like your image on Facebook, I can see that. I love it. Demo writes, Nate, that song is going to be in your head